everybody. Good evening and welcome back to A Focus on Business. Yep, I know I've been gone for a little while. It's, that's what happens when you run a studio. Sometimes your shows get put on for the last time, So anyway, we've got a great show for you today, or tonight. And we have some of the coolest stuff I think I've seen in a very long time. Everybody knows that not only am I a nerd and a geek, but I look for eclectic stuff, right? So if you like the stuff from all over the world, and I mean all over the world, not just from like California or New England or South or up north, but stuff from all over the world, these are the two people that you need to know. We are with Josh, and oh my gosh! Oh, look.
Jessica.
Jess. I didn't know if it was Jess or Jessica. From Tampa Bay Salvage. And as you see back in the back, this is some of the cool stuff that we're going to actually talk about today. So I have to ask, what makes a person go into this type of business? Because, I mean, everybody thinks everything they've got in their backyard or somewhere is really cool, but you go out and find the really cool stuff.
We appreciate that. You're perhaps our biggest fan. No, it's well, it wasn't always like this. We started really. My father and my brother and I started a company, and mainly it was antique house parts. For the people up north. It was in New Jersey, and you got an old toilet or an old sink or a clawfoot tub or an old door, and the son kicked in the door and you needed another door. Why go to Home Depot or Lowe's and put up a Masonite door in the space? It was basically kind of like a Home Depot for old houses.
Okay, so, and it's kind of funny. I get exactly what you're talking about because I was raised down south, but I've spent 20 years in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
So So we had houses there. It's kind of funny down here. They said we have old houses. No, you have no idea what old houses. I lived in a 1800s house that leaned, right? And you just couldn't go to Home Depot and buy a door.
No, you couldn't.
You can't.
Well, it would look silly too. The rest of your house was built in 1870. You got, you know how those houses are. A lot of windows in old houses, a lot of doors, and people would stop in and like, hey, the door, fell apart or got cut down. That's really how it started, and then it kind of morphed into, fireplace mantles and iron fencing and certain things like that. In New Jersey, we found out rather quickly in Florida, things were a little bit different. There wasn't nearly as many old houses, and just buying doors and windows and fireplace mantles and things of the like. Wasn't really doing it.
Right.
We had to have some of that stuff, but we decided to do more importing and finding antiques from abroad.
So in the beginning, when you were kind of doing the housing, when you moved to Florida, that is, you started doing the housing stuff, and you started. Well, did you stay local, United States, before you went abroad?
We did. We were doing. Oh gosh, I believe the first job I had, it was on Spring Bayou in Tarpon Springs.
Okay.
And it was a big old house. I would say 1880s, 1890s.
Probably the gingerbread house around on the south side.
It was, well, I mean, it's completely gone now. The guy tore it down and put up perhaps the largest house in Tarpon Springs on the site, but there was corbels and doors and windows, and I was used to working on man lifts 50, 60 feet up in the air or higher, taking gargoyles off of buildings and like churches in Philadelphia,
right.
Doing stained glass in New York City. So in freezing temperatures, me. To move to Florida, doing a job in Spring Bayou, overlooking manatees and dolphins. Yeah. I thought I was in paradise.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was great. I was like, I'm home. I'm not going anywhere.
So Josh, how long have you been in the Tarpon Palm Harbor area?
Oh, gosh, it's been 8 or 9 years now. We were, my wife and I were driving by one day. Our first location in Tarpon Springs was an old sponge factory.
Okay.
And it had a for rent sign on it. And we passed by and we're like, you know what? This fits in exactly what we're doing.
Was that the one on Alt 19?
Yes, yeah. It's just it was an old spongers warehouse, big white building.
Yep.
oh gosh, maybe 100-foot long by, I don't know, 30-foot wide.
Yeah.
And it just, had a little outside area. We thought it was really cool. And that's where it all started.
Excellent. Okay, so
Yeah.
and then you moved to your location now, right?
We moved to Palm Harbor, gosh, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
We moved to a warehouse. It's, I don't know, close to 10,000 square feet.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's big. We have our workshop in the back. It works out a lot better, a lot cleaner, a lot more parking. It's, we have forklifts and all that. It's...
Well, you have a workshop in the back to be able to do your own, because I love the tables. And we're going to show some of
thanks.
this. We're going to show
cool.
next time. We're going to show some of the B-roll footage that we came down and got.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal. That you can, not only are you bringing the tables back to life, but you can do custom work with the tables. Correct?
Yeah, the custom work has been that really was never even a thought in my mind. We didn't really do that hardly in New Jersey, as we're I basically learned the business, so I kind of grew up in the business.
Right.
We do a little bit of that, but it really is, we would put a couple tables out on our sales floor, and people were like, well, that's 8 foot. Could you make me a 6-footer or 7-footer? But, that wood's okay, but could you make me that? So I had an aha moment. I was like, well, yeah, we can do that. I don't see why not, right? So we...
It's like, yes, we can.
Yeah. So it started out bumpy. It started out great, and then the demand almost got more than we could handle.
Right.
So we had to, hence moving into a larger facility, more machinery and all that, and it got to be more. Oh gosh, it almost wasn't fun anymore for a while. So we kind of take the reins back a little bit and started doing more projects, starting being more particular about the projects that we did do.
Right, because if you're going to do something for 10 hours, 12 hours a day, you want to have fun and enjoy.
Yeah, you want to enjoy what you're doing.
You don't want to go. I hate getting in the morning going, God, I gotta go do this.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
When that happens, you're like, I'm out. I don't want to do this no more, because it's not worth it. You're not putting your whole heart into it.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what it was like. But now the live edge table slabs have been really popular, and it's been great. The demand is very high, and we do a lot of commercial work, a lot of cool projects. Folks like yourself.
Right.
They need a table. A lot of business to business. Right. We've done some great projects, a lot of cool bars, restaurants, and it's been fun. It's been a fun ride.
I know I visited you guys when I just dropped in, and I'm horrible about that. I just drop in on people. And my wife's like, one day, you're just going to get run off, and they're going to tell you never come back again.
No.
So far, it's been okay. And just what little bit I got to see, I've been following you guys online for a while. And your Instagram is absolutely phenomenal. If you don't know,
appreciate that. That's my wife. That's completely her arena. That she's really, since she came aboard, she was a medical esthetician for many years. Obviously, we've been together 20 some odd years. And
congratulations.
Yes,
that's unheard of.
Putting up with me for 20 years is quite the feat in and of itself.
Yeah.
However, be that as it may, no, she came along, and her marketing. She had the Facebook, Twitter, all the social media stuff up, the website, really spearheaded all that, and we're very thankful and very blessed to have her.
It's a good thing to see husband and wives working together, because a lot of times it doesn't happen that way. It's like a couple years, and it's like, I don't ever want to see you again. I'll see you at 5 or 6 o'clock if you come home.
Oh yeah, well we've had some ups and downs with that. It's hard to be at home and then working with each other. But she's primarily more on the sales end and the back end of things. For the financials and all that. I'm more of a mad scientist. I'm one creating, designing.
What can I do with that?
Yeah,
I just picked up.
Yeah, designing furniture and. Off picking. However, she won't let me have all the fun in the picking, so she's
smart lady.
Yeah, so when she see me go to India and Indonesia, she's like, hey, maybe we should go together. And it completely took a turn for the better, because I was going, strictly for business to India, and I wasn't going out and seeing anything, and having my wife along with me, it just completely changed things, and it for the better.
Well, she probably has an eye for stuff that you don't have an eye for. maybe.
Right. At first, I was like, oh gosh, you know.
Not so sure I can
Yeah,
sell
I wasn't
that.
so sure. Right. Yeah, but you know what? I just keep my mouth shut because she. I do,
Yes,
or
it's like,
I'm
oh,
trying
yeah.
to. No, because she brings another, you know, a woman's perspective to things, and it's just another set of eyes on some things, and it's worked out. It's worked out great. So now I'm kind of eating crow. So
Nothing wrong with that. Crow's good.
yeah, it tastes good.
Tastes
It's
good
like
every
tastes
now
like
and then.
chicken.
It does taste like chicken. So you know, and no, so you've opened up a second location in Dade City.
Yes.
So do you guys one you run down here, she runs up there, or do you have a crew up there, or is that a by appointment only?
I tell you, it wasn't for that great TJ's Deli. That's a free plug. Up in Dade City, we'd probably take turns going up. Like she'd go and I'd go, but we take a ride up there. That's kind of like our breather.
Yep. Well, you got to go over and eat Miss Steph's.
Yeah, it's real chill up there. The people are real nice. It's real country, and we probably go up there once or twice a week and you know, replenish and do some things. But we have a woman, Janet, up there who's wonderful, and she runs things up there, and it's you know, it's only 1,500 square foot, but it's a good example of what we do, and you know, the folks from Wesley Chapel and Zephyr Hills, Land O'Lakes, that area. It's much easier to head up there. And a lot of those same folks, they end up going back to Palm Harbor and, you know, checking out our bigger place. And, you know, so it's been good on a couple of fronts, really.
Excellent. Now, I'm hoping Rod's going to tell me how much time we got left here, because I don't want to I don't want to get short into a segment here, because I really want to talk about next segment. So I want to make sure that we have plenty of time to show off the footage that we've gotten.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so let's take a break, and we'll come back after this, and we'll come back and we'll show you some of the really, really, really cool stuff that they have in their shop.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hey, welcome back. Yes, we're going to talk about stuff that is cool. I love talking about stuff that's cool. Stuff that's cool just makes us giddy around here.
Yeah,
it really does.
absolutely. You got a bunch of cool stuff around here.
And I talk, you know, well, we talk to businesses all the time, And some businesses are cool. It's just not this cool, in my personal opinion.
Thanks.
So one thing we're going to talk about. Okay, so let me tell you how I found these two wonderful people, right? Everybody knows we do a show called Nerd Talk, and Nerd Talk has been going through a major change. And because of the change, we're trying to figure out what we want. Well, we follow a show called The Walking Dead. And then afterwards, we always watch The Talking Dead to talk, so they talk about the episode that just happens. Well, they have a table, very eclectic, right? And it's a live edge table, except for it's not heavily glossed because it's TV. You can't do that.
Sure.
But they always have cool stuff. I'm like, that's what I want. Well, a buddy of mine sent me an image. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, they're on Instagram. So I followed them. I'm like, oh, that's kind of what I want. And then all of a sudden he goes, well, wait a minute, because if you like that, these are the people you need to follow. And it was Tampa Bay Salvage.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like,
cool.
My God, not only the table started showing up, but these chairs and doors and all this cool. I'm like, oh, this is it. So I keep watching. Every time you guys, I'm like, oh, I like it. I never comment. I should probably comment.
We appreciate it. We're totally glad you found us.
We'll share it out, whole 9 yards. And then all of a sudden I started seeing this one piece that we've been thinking about doing on our set, because one of our hosts for Nerd Talk is a huge Doctor Who fan, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So out in front of their shop is a red phone booth, which we call a TARDIS, but it's in English, correct? It's from English.
Yeah.
It's not an American phone booth; it's an actual English.
Yeah, they call it a British telephone kiosk.
Kiosk.
Yeah, very.
Kiosk.
Yeah, it's very,
tell you, it's a
very
kiosk.
hoity-toity.
you need to
yes.
work on your accent.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yes.
But so I finally said to myself, okay, I've got to go and just talk to these people because I want them on our show. So I did. And let me tell you something. When you get in there, what you see on Instagram and what you see driving by is nothing compared to what is inside this place. Absolutely the coolest thing. So one of the things I'm going to talk about right now is the door. And we're going to talk about her blog because she blogs and it's just absolutely phenomenal. But I'm going to talk about this one thing and then we'll move on. Is they have these castle doors, right? The castle doors.
Yeah.
Big, honking castle doors, and it's got the midget door. Now, I know that's the wrong word, but that's what I call it to me. It's a door in a door. And
Yes, a door in a door. Yeah, it's
cool,
probably more PC.
right? So, but I'm going onto your website, and I found, well, you sent it to me, your blog.
Mm-hmm.
And you literally, you guys go everywhere to look for cool. I want to quit this and just come work for you guys just so I can travel and find stuff. It's really freaking cool, right?
Well, that's the best part, really.
So let's talk about your blog.
Okay.
Why did you start the blog? Because there's always a reason why.
Well, one of the biggest reasons why I started traveling with Josh is I have to tell the story, what we're doing. Our people that buy from us, they need to see pictures. They need to see what we're doing over there, our adventures. So one of the biggest reasons basically was went over there and started taking the pictures and started writing about, what we were coming into, who we were meeting, stuff like that, pieces that we were trying to buy. So that's how that kind of started.
So, okay, so I'm looking at right now. So you've been to Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see, I can't keep up with my computer because it's, I love the gates. The big metal gates that's on your blog.
Those were from Hungary.
Hungary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely some of the coolest stuff. And then you've been to Istanbul, right? No.
We haven't been.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, Sri Lanka was.
So Rob is going to go through some Sri Lanka pictures that you sent to us.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever found that when you go on, you're over there, you take a picture, you put it up on Instagram, and by the time you got back going,
did I just do that?
is it sold?
Yeah.
It's sold already. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you ever get over there and find that that happens, and you
Sure.
go, okay, now I got to get more?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's in
Hungarian.
I had to beg the guy to sell it to me.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. We sometimes we get into heavy negotiations.
Yeah, I
But
think it was an old Romanian,
from Romania.
bronze church bell.
that's the architecture in Budapest.
Yeah, that's more of a architectural B-roll, so to speak.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But that's what you see over there.
Sure.
Oh yeah, the architecture. I don't know. tourist, but a business person over there, seeing some of the architecture and carved limestone, the cartouches, and
That's Budapest.
gosh, I mean, it's amazing.
That's
I mean,
beautiful.
outside of New York City, maybe Chicago, Philadelphia. I mean, you won't see this pretty much anywhere in the U.S.
Those are old cabinets from Hungary.
Wow. Now, is that just old paint?
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah,
a
that's one of
table
our-
from Sri Lanka.
That is so that wood came from
It did. That's Black Mara. Yeah.
Black Mara?
And that was our main purpose of going to Sri Lanka. It was a wood buying trip, so we came into.
Okay.
And most of the woods that are in Sri Lanka only grow in Sri Lanka. So
Yeah,
that
they're
was
indigenous to Sri
Is
Lanka.
that Sri
which
Lanka?
is-
that is, yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they farm on top of the top of the.
That's actually a temple at the top. Yeah, that
Oh.
was built by someone like in the 5th century, I think. And those are doors. Those are English. Those were down in a place called Gaul. And
Okay.
I think that's the capital. Is that the capital? No, that's not the capital. of
I'm
Sri
not
Lanka.
sure, honestly. Sri Lanka is wonderful. I guess part of the reason the blogs were done. I mean, my wife's much more versed in it than I, but
So-
it was really to show our customers that
Right.
we really are going there, because a lot of people will buy stuff from overseas.
And say it's from overseas.
Right, and it'll be middleman, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, this is not from where you say it is." And I'm like, "Well, here's a picture of me sawing up the log. Here's a picture of me, taking it down from a church. It adds a little validity to, really the truth. There's a truck of mahogany.
Okay, so does it come back? Did you bring it back like the whole log, or do you have it cut there and then have it brought back?
We
That's
have it
good.
cut there because it has to be kiln dried and all of that, and it needs to sit for a certain. Wood's kind of funny. It needs to sit for a while and.
Before
get
you just
milled
start
up over there.
doing stuff to it.
Yeah, and I think there's certain rules apply to just shipping wooden logs, and you need different. Like in Indonesia, for example, you can't just ship over wooden slabs. They need
Okay.
to contain table legs. It basically needs to be a table.
Oh,
It needs to be a
okay.
finished piece. So Central America, South America, you can ship over just actual slabs.
Okay, so in another life, I was I got out of this industry for a little bit, and I went to work for a marine company, a marina. Well, actually, one of the top marinas in the United States, Pilots Point up in Westbrook, Connecticut.
Oh wow.
And they did retro yacht fit work, and they also were the guys that worked on the Stars and Stripes keel and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So, and I do remember that for me to get wood from Honduras and places like that, it had to come in, and there was rules of how to bring that in so we could use it as laminate or a top covering, or to make a table. And then there was other ones that I had to bring it as furniture.
Oh, yeah.
And
We go
bring it-
through the same thing.
So
Yeah.
you bring it as furniture, then you disassemble and use what parts you need to do what you need. 'Cause
Totally. Yeah.
it was so weird.
Sri Lanka was probably one of the most untouched, beautiful places that Josh and I have been. They were at Civil War for so long,
yeah, right.
and they just now pretty much have trying to get their tourism and stuff on track. So being invited to go over there and check out their mills and stuff, to me was truly special. Also, it was just kind of a crazy experience because it's also the highly most concentrated area of poisonous snakes. And Joshua actually didn't realize he was taking a picture by one of the really big trees. He was actually standing in a cobra hole.
Yeah.
It was
way.
so insane.
They were
yeah.
trying to take the picture of
They
the
were like,
largest
"Get out of
tree in
there,
Sri
get out of
Lanka,"
there.
And they were like,
Yeah.
started, blah, blah, blah,
They were
blah.
like, "Get out, get out, get out!"
And the guy I was with, who was Sri Lankan, and he
Yeah.
started like running and high stepping, and we were under like in a cobra
Yeah.
mating area or something.
Oh,
and,
my.
Yeah, it's just some of the stuff that happens to us while we're
Yeah,
traveling.
I
It's
mean-
cool to be able to tell our customers
Yeah,
that
it's not like Star Trek where you just transport from like, Tampa to like
Right.
being in a cobra hole.
Yeah.
There's
It's a lot of
20 hours of
work.
flights in
Yeah.
there, and the people
the
that you
food
meet on the
sometimes
way,
is not
and,
good, and
Yeah, the food and the cultural
conditions we have
barriers.
to stay in sometimes
It's
aren't that great.
it's a big investment really
Yeah.
for us. It takes and some of the vendors that we've found, it's taken us maybe 20 years to find some of these
yeah,
Wow.
sure.
people. On and off.
Yep.
So you are the snake master.
Yeah.
on top of the Woodmaster.
I think we ran into a Komodo. Didn't we run into like a Komodo dragon or something? I can't remember. It was just like
I always try a little. A couple days of R&R we try. Wherever we go, we like to start it out where I wouldn't go explore anywhere. And
right.
People are like, oh, you went to India. Oh, how's the Taj Mahal? And I'm like, well,
we haven't.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because we're working.
Yeah. But in Sri Lanka, we would try to. I'm a fisherman, so we'd go out and fish. I had must have been a 5-foot. I don't know, it was a Komodo dragon or a giant monitor lizard.
It was a monitor, I think.
Almost went right through my legs. I mean, it was like 100. So, I mean, must have.
Oh my God.
Sri Lanka was an amazing experience. And then we were very fortunate. We got to go to the elephant orphanage. So when you read about the blog and stuff, you'll see that was pretty amazing. But I think this year they named it one of the most top travel destinations now in the world. So I'm happy for their country that hopefully they'll get more, because it's definitely untapped beauty over there for sure.
Oh,
and they have enough lumber to be sustainable.
We hope so, because our customers enjoyed it.
I believe ever in Sri Lanka, it's very difficult to get lumber out of there. We're lucky. We got lucky, and
there's major laws that protect the.
I had a friend from Sri Lanka who was able to take care of most of the
tape,
the legwork, so to speak, and I believe most of it's from felled trees.
Okay, so it's not being cut; it's already down.
Yeah, some of these trees are 800-900 years old.
Oh wow! So so. When we come back, we're going to look at some of those trees and look at some of that cool stuff that's in their warehouse. We'll be right back after this.
That loves going to the dentist. I love coming to Dr. B.
I like coming to Dr. B because it is fun.
It's a very cool place where I can play and have fun while I make my teeth.
And I can watch my favorite shows on the ceiling TV while they clean my teeth.
Mom loves it because she says that they explain everything and give her the best choices.
And they also teach us how to take care of our teeth.
At Dr. B Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the individuality of each child and offer an exceptional and gentle dental care experience for all children. With our laser procedures, we are able to provide gentler treatments and faster healing time. Call us now to make an appointment.
And the best part is when we are done, we get a token from the treasure tower.
Call Dr. B's Pediatric Dentistry today.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to talk about some of the really cool stuff that's in their warehouse in Palm Harbor. We didn't go to Dade City yet. You notice I said yet.
Yeah.
I want to go up to Dade City because I always like finding and see what there is all around.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm going to have Rob is going to bring up some video, and as he shows this video, and he'll loop it a couple times because we'll probably miss something as
Right.
we always do, and then we'll just double back to it. But so, yes, first thing I mentioned was the castle doors,
Yes.
right? And then, of course, there's the sign. You have a Piper Cub out front,
Yeah. So the Cessna, the airplane. Yeah.
or Cessna,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you have a Canon.
A cannon. Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a phone booth.
Yeah. There's
or
another.
the kiosk.
You know that airplane? Yeah. There's the kiosk. There's a giant set of India doors and some.
The
looks
butt
like,
of a horse.
Looks like the rear end. Yeah, rear end of a giant horse.
No,
I'm not sure what the. Oh, that's a tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk. Now,
Yeah.
okay, let's pause that video right there. That tuk-tuk is not. It's motorized, but it's not motorized, right? It can't come back working. It can't come back.
I
with
think
the
I probably could, but they pull the engines on them. I would have to get like VIN number information
Right.
and with customs and all that. It's like a whole nother ball game.
To
I'm
me,
sure I could. But.
That's a perfect piece for a parade, like a Christmas parade or a
Yeah, totally.
or a MLK Day parade or 4th of July parade, because you could
Definitely.
just make it cool. You could put logos all over that or keep it original, and then just try to just
Definitely.
power that around.
Yeah, or don't they have a big community of those in Ozona? Or is it Ozona where they drive around?
I think there was.
Yeah,
yes,
the golf carts. So that'd be
Oh,
cool
yeah.
golf cart.
Oh, definitely. Well, it's
Maybe
also
a fancier golf cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoity-toity.
What do
Yeah.
you got there? I got a tuk-tuk.
Yeah, tuk-tuk. Yeah, yeah. It's basically a glorified motorcycle with a shell on them, but they're all over the place. India, Thailand, all over Asia. I mean, they're
It's the only
they're
way to get
everywhere.
around,
And
really.
they soup them up. It's great. It's kind of like a taxi cab in like New York
Some
City.
have flashing lights.
And they'll have pictures of
music.
their family, and they'll have like in native tongue, like all this cool stuff, and on the visors, the naked women or whatever they have. over there.
Wow, hey.
Yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah. No, I mean it's pretty. They can really.
Get 'em out. Yeah.
They're scary.
Yeah.
I've ridden.
They
them.
are scary,
I've been
yeah.
over there, and I'm like, whew. I mean, I thought driving New York City was bad.
Oh yeah.
Tuk-tuk.
Yeah,
We-
they're
10 minutes.
We made the mistake one time of staying at a hotel in India where it was tuk-tuk accessible only. So you would take, mind you, it's 110 degrees out, 115
Right.
degrees out in the desert. So private car can only take you so far, and then by tuk-tuk you got to go all the way into the hotel, and travel in India via tuk-tuk in the heat and the dust. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
And mainly because the roads aren't open like they would be in Dade City or something. I
No.
mean, there's people everywhere, and
Right.
people don't move out of the way. And you gotta sit like this because you gotta keep your hands, your arms and legs in because they literally rub against
other
each other.
tuk-tuks.
No,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
bumper cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. There's
They
like
do.
bumper cars. So
if you're traveling over there, and I didn't mean to stop you there.
No.
Because that's the way my brain works. And this is how I get information. So if you're over there, and if you brought luggage, it's not just one tuk-tuk, it's 2 or 3 tuk-tuks, right?
yeah, so actually we did. We had another guy with us, and he was our guy in India, kind of a friend and employee, and then he would either drive with some of the luggage, and it was a pain, So it's easier to stay in when they say tuk-tuk accessible only. Maybe decide to stay somewhere else would be. a good
Yeah,
idea.
that'd be a good idea because you'd be like, I got 5, and they're all with me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it seemed cool at the time, but
It's cool to say it, right?
yeah, you live and learn.
Okay, so let's go back to some more of that footage that over there. I did see a table, but we'll talk about more about that. Now, okay, so pause this right here real quick for me. No, never mind. Okay, so
Back that was like a prayer
Ganesh.
vigil.
It's like
Yeah.
Ganesh.
now how can I didn't think they allowed you to bring those out of the country.
Well, not the super old ones. That's a.
They
okay.
they say if it's over 100 years
Yeah,
old,
100 years.
you're not supposed to be able to import it into the U.S. or export it out of
Right.
India rather. But
The work on that is absolutely phenomenal.
yeah, it's totally exquisite, all hand done, all
Love the big
tropical
horse.
hardwood. That's just it would be for the there's a side shot of the
That is so cool.
So that's actually missing the back of it, though.
yeah, there's like that where the driver would go, and it's kind of it's got the handles like a
Oh, see, I need that for the front of my truck.
oh yeah.
The big skull horn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that
very
would be
popular.
cool.
Yeah.
Now
Those are
there's the door.
crossovers.
Pause this real quick there. So this is the door that I keep talking about, and it's got the little. If you don't see it, but you can kinda. It's there where those two red glass balls are. That's got the rope around it. That's a door. That's a mini door.
It's a
inside the
door in a door.
Door
yeah.
in a door.
Well, the doors are probably 12-something foot tall by maybe 8 foot wide, and the door is actually still probably 5 or 6 foot tall, something like that.
Wow.
And it's kind of like an access door. The doors are even large enough to drive a car through it. You know.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, keep going, Rob.
And it's really not even so uncommon over there that some of these. Palaces and giant hotels and
Right.
places would have doors this size.
So you got an old Orion sign back there. A lot of
That was to a motel, actually, in
Oh,
Hungary.
Oh no, that was the. It was like a Cold War. It was like a Cold War era Best Buy almost.
Oh, really?
Over in like Hungary, Romania.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's called Orion Electronics.
I mean, some of the stuff in there is absolutely. I mean, not some of it. That's actually all very cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of something for everybody.
Now
we
here's
have
another
stuff for-
door.
That's from Belgium.
Yeah, actually, they said they took that out of Holland or whatever, that round top door. This is a
Pinball machine.
an old pinball machine from the, I want to say, late 40s, early 50s, maybe. It's all wooden.
It's a
there's
grape press.
there's a grape press.
Yep.
Great for a restaurant or like an Italian restaurant or something. And
that would be, you put a little shellac on that and just to keep it where
totally.
people, because people are going to touch it.
Yeah.
So if you keep it from where infects the wood and all that. kind of stuff.
Absolutely. A lot of things, for bars, restaurants, things like that.
Oh,
There's
now
a-
see, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like a aluminum airplane.
Looks like it belongs on Howard Hughes' desk.
Yeah, exactly.
Howard
Real
Hughes,
Art Deco,
Yeah.
and there's some carved cabinets that are made out of reclaimed wood. And
There's a bathtub made out of a slab of wood. Is that what that is?
oh, look! If you look down there, the blue, the hand carved dressers, those are really cool.
Yeah.
Those are camel bone inlay.
Now this is a coffee table bottom, correct?
That's actually a full size. I'm not sure if it's teak. That comes out of Central America. It's basically a full size table base for like a 30-inch table.
Right.
Probably gonna end up throwing like a big piece of glass on it
Right,
and making
right.
like an amazing
Okay.
table out of it.
Absolutely phenomenal. Look, Amazon's there.
Yes.
Hey, Amazon's great, man.
Amazon is
Nope.
everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was doing a favor. We were doing a favor for a friend of ours in India, and he does textiles, and he was like, "Hey, I have a couple boxes I'd like to ship over to you.
Okay.
Can you help me sell it?" Some of his Indian textiles.
Right.
And 5 million boxes later from Amazon.
Now, hold on right here. Is this also a table or is that a chair?
That actually is a teak bench that was carved in Indonesia. It kind of looks like the Game of Thrones chair.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
put
that
a
was all
couple
hand carved.
swords back there.
Yeah.
And of course,
Those are
again,
from Egypt.
more
Yeah,
doors.
Egyptian doors. Yeah, and some more
That's a
India
bed.
doors.
That's a bed from India.
The red and
one.
Yeah,
so
it's
they
like the
sleep
woven
on.
ones are really cool.
Now we're getting into the tables.
The slabs are really hot right now. We have a giant machine where we can send the slabs make them machine flat. We add the legs to them. We custom weld bases.
We do epoxy
And,
resin work.
Yeah, we do the cool epoxy and waterfall
Now, see,
tables.
to
It's off the
me,
charts.
That is cool.
It is
Because
cool.
you get the
Yeah.
tables and they've got this natural grooves and stuff that's been
Yeah.
eaten away at time or whatever, and you just fill that with the blue resin or the green resin.
Yeah, that's a hot thing right
Yeah.
now. You can fill it with whatever you want, different colors. You can see through all sorts of things.
Wow, you have a lot of metal out there.
Yeah, you get old wine cellar doors like that, and we do a lot of garden stuff. There's really stuff for every price range. You can
That
come in
is so
there and
It's a
buy something
sign
for
we
$2
salvage.
or whatever. Whatever. There's a lot
$2
of.
million. The whole no.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, that would be great. We'd figure out something
Yeah.
else to do.
Got $2 million. Oh, now look at that. That is awesome. That is just absolutely cool. I didn't see that when I was there.
Yeah, that's a lot of the slabs we have to offer, and a lot of doors after doors after doors. And
Rob keeps showing us this horse.
It's Pegasus. Pegasus horse from
Just
India.
watched the show this weekend. It had Pegasus on it.
Pegasus.
Had the black Pegasus.
Oh, really?
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's where the areas where we can epoxy in there, and the tables, and those are crank bases that can actually adjust from like table height to bar height, which are cool. But the slabs have been really,
Love
really
the
popular
slabs.
right now.
Now, have you ever? Okay, so I have a question about the slabs. Come back to us, Rob. So if say someone needs a really wide table, do you take slabs and put them together?
We don't.
No. So there's no joining of the slabs. And so whatever the width is whatever.
Well, that's what we really try to specialize in, the big wood.
Right.
Yeah, I know that sounds kind of weird, but yeah.
No.
Really like wider, some people we have slabs that are up to 18 foot long.
Whoa.
Yeah, and 3 inches thick in some cases, up to 50 something inches wide.
Okay.
So it's very.
So if I come in and said I need a 5 foot deep, 8 foot long, D-shaped.
You're dreaming, pal. No. I think even that we could accommodate. But
Right.
yeah, no. Most people want, like, let's say 36 inches wide, 36 to 40 some odd
Right.
inches wide. So we try to cater in that range. But for large conference tables and stuff like that, we'll
Right.
have people that want them up to, if they're 14, 15, 16 foot long, they might want them 5 foot wide.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
If you can
and,
get wood naturally
Yeah, that's that wide.
that wide.
That's a big tree.
That is a big tree.
Yeah, there's some big.
Oh my gosh.
There's some big wood over there. It's all sustainably harvested, which is even better. And I mean, it's great. It's much more sturdy to have one piece of wood than gluing
Have multiple.
two together.
Right,
and
exactly.
Saves time and money.
So, we know you've been to Hungary. Where else have you guys been?
Oh gosh.
Come on, name some cool countries now.
Belgium, Holland, France, Italy, Bali, Java, Romania,
India,
Sri Lanka,
Costa Rica,
Bangladesh,
Costa Rica,
Nicaragua,
Mexico.
Panama,
Yeah, we've been all over.
Mexico.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it goes on and on.
So you wherever
Thailand.
Thailand. Now
Yeah.
I was over in Thailand. I like there's
Yeah, it's great.
stuff
over
I'd
there.
like to brought back over.
Oh, totally. Yeah, there's a lot
you
of
know
lot
what?
of great
When
stuff.
we come back, because I just now got my notice. When we come back, we're going to talk about a little bit more. But it's kind of cool that they have really cool stuff, but they care about their backyard.
Yes.
And I'll explain
do.
that when we get right back.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist.
like coming to Dr. B because it is fun.
It's a very cool place where I can play and have fun while I make my toy.
And I can watch my favorite shows on the ceiling TV while they clean my teeth.
Mom loves it because she says that they explain everything and give her the best choices.
And they also teach us how to take care of our teeth.
At Dr. B Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the individuality of each child and offer an exceptional and gentle dental care experience for all children. With our laser procedures, we are able to provide gentler treatments and faster healing time. Call us now to make an appointment.
And the best part is when we are done, we get a chocolate treasure tower.
Call Dr. B's Pediatric Dentistry today.
Okay, we're back. Final segment. And this is where I get to talk about them because they don't like to talk about them. And that's just the way it is on A Focus on Business. So I understand from what I read and what I hear that when I come in and I buy something from you guys, right, and I put it up there, that not all that money goes right back into your pocket.
Right.
Then when you guys go over to these locations to find products or pieces and parts or cool stuff, that you actually give back to the local region.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time.
Yeah, we do.
So we were talking about during the break. Sometimes what we talk about during the breaks really kind of more interested sometimes than what we talk about on the show. But yeah, so we were talking about like say in India, in parts of India, when you go over there, you give back to the women and the poor and the babies and stuff like that, especially the women's side of it, because there's not a lot of the luxuries that the women have over here in America. Like, so, and I'm not trying to be gross. This is a human thing. It's nature. So during that special time of the month, women over there are not allowed into the temples.
Right.
Correct? Because they're considered unclean.
Right.
So one of the goals is that you have over there is to help take care of the women.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And then what do you do for the babies? I love this part.
Basically, we work with local orphanages in Rajasthan, and we basically go and we buy a lot of items that they would need, like diapers, rice, formula, food, things like that, non-perishable stuff like that, clothing, things like that they would need.
Toothpaste, toothbrushes. I guess instead of, let's say, donating money to, when you're not sure it's going to an actual end user, we have had a couple orphanages that we deal with, and we'll literally, rent our own truck, and we'll go and buy 100 pounds of rice, and we'll buy 50 toothbrushes, and do it like that, and we'll hand deliver it. And
instead of just giving them money,
That's a big
right,
no-no.
Right, making sure that it's getting to where it needs to be,
Right.
and we found that much more fulfilling, I guess, than just writing somebody a check.
Here you go.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like
Good luck with that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's going one step further. We're physically in the heat, going and go to the grocery stores and paying for it and transporting it and bringing it back and unloading it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this time, we might even have like a truck or a van.
Right.
And.
We are eventually wanting to, our goal, one of my goals for 2019 was that Josh and I are trying to explore doing a nonprofit. We're just trying to educate ourselves about nonprofit and which way to go and things like that to actually make more of a difference over there, especially with me doing a lot of work in like the slums and stuff, trying to see how I could go over and make a difference to empower, women to maybe start their own businesses, small or large, just, stuff like that, try to make a big difference, because the slums and stuff over there it's pretty heartbreaking. What goes on.
Right.
A lot of it is just lack of knowledge, I feel. So I really want to try to make a difference that way over there. And
yeah, it's very easy to make an impact on somebody over there. Even if it's one or two people, I mean, you could almost change the course of the family history,
Right.
to teach them. We have a friend that's, teaching them, he's in the textile business and teaching, women how to sew and stuff like that. So that's, and it's not, kind of the old proverb of, give a man a fish he eats for a day, teach a man how to fish, he feeds his family for a lifetime.
Right.
So,
it really goes a long way over there. Yeah.
we're trying to maybe more empower people to better themselves through with just all in life. Everybody needs just a little nudge in the right
hand
direction.
Up. Not a handout, but a hand up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So we're not looking for a pat in the back. It's something my wife really is spearheaded, and she feels strongly with, and we also do some local charities, but it's not for congratulations
and
kind
again,
of thing.
that's why I love my platform. This is my platform, and it allows me to be able to talk about people in our community that do something other than just for themselves, right? That's why I came to you guys and said I want you guys to be on.
Right. Well, that's great, because we're trying to for whatever it's worth, we're trying to make a small difference, and if everybody did the same thing and paid it forward a little bit, I think the world would be a much better place.
Yeah, we wouldn't be so divided.
Yeah, and we don't go over there and try to disrespect their beliefs or things like that. How with their religion, especially with the handicapped approach and stuff like that. But I do believe that a voice should be heard, especially in the orphanages. That teaching them sensory things or just anything to help the children over there.
I just love the fact that when I come over there, I'm a big believer in take care of your backyard first, but yet I'm also a big believer that we all have to help everybody across this big globe because we're all one big old family.
Yes.
Like you're saying. Yeah. So when you come over and spend some money in there, a little bit of that money goes to help, and that's a good feeling for everybody. And I'm not saying that for everybody to go, to try to get the heartstrings thing. But I'm just bottom line is we need to help each other.
Yeah.
And by people helping you guys by buying the really cool stuff that's in your place, it helps worldwide.
Yeah, it does. It helps
really
out.
does.
It helps out their economy. I mean, there's the business owners, and then there's the carpenters and their families, and the wood carvers. But I don't want to say that there's a lot of made in America, but we bring back things, and we do a lot of jobs that are local as well. Right. So we work with.
We just worked with Feeding Tampa Bay during the government shutdown.
Right.
A lot of the TSA workers, they're living week to week like a lot of us do, and basically we've collected food for them, diapers, non-perishables, things like that, and tried to help out with that. And then
you also work with the elderly.
Yes, Santa's for seniors. That's my wife. There's another one she spearheaded, and around the holidays, we take on a few nursing homes.
In Tarpon Springs.
Tarpon Springs, and some have 60, 80 people.
Yep.
And everybody got a present this year in 2 separate nursing homes.
That's awesome.
We're going on our 5th year now.
Fifth year.
Our customers really enjoy
every
it.
year.
Yeah, they really. Basically, you take the names of the seniors and they make a wish list, and they put 3 things they wish for. Mostly it's anything, usually a blanket, a sweater, and
just a sweatshirt, a
razor.
Blanket, a razor. I mean, things that are really very, not very expensive items. And some people are going to Macy's and
really
decorate,
going out,
like really nice.
So they adopt a senior and they basically buy their list, and then we deliver it before Christmas to the home.
Awesome.
Yeah, they pick an ornament off the tree and it has someone's name and their little wish list off.
I'll
it's
count
cool.
WBTV in.
Yeah, absolutely. You should. Next year, we have an annual Christmas party. Everybody should come out. It's fun. It's it's for the seniors, and it's a good time, and it's for a good cause.
Okay, so we got about 2.5 minutes left. So we're going to tell everybody first. Let's take Dade City. You are on Meridian Avenue.
Yes.
Correct. Your telephone number there is 352-437-5231.
Yes.
I'm reading. I can read.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday.
Very good, John.
Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., right?
Yes.
Closed Mondays and Sundays.
Yes.
Smart, because that's Dade City.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Right, I know.
Just saying. And then in Palm Harbor on US 19, 4825 US. You can actually find all this on TampaBaySalvage.com.
Yes.
On their contact page. But the phone number there is 727-942-2106. And again, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 5:30, because you are in Palm Harbor. And
7 days a week,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, we're open every day.
Don't you get tired?
Well, yeah, we each take a couple days off. People would come in and be like, I'm always missing you. Years ago, and I believe we were only closed 2 days a week, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to open every day. And that way no one's going to miss us, and I don't hear that anymore.
Yeah.
So come in
Well,
on a
and
Monday,
you know
come in
what?
on a Sunday, come in
If
on
you
a
can't find
Thursday.
them, TampaBaySalvage.com, and you will find them. Because I'm telling you, when you start looking at all the stuff they've got, first of all, the website doesn't do it justice. You got to go there.
Yeah,
but at least you can get some good ideas of what they've got and custom stuff that they do with the wood, right?
Yeah, we're not hard to find. We're right by Klosterman and on alternate 19.
Next to Oscorp.
Yeah, next to Oscorp. I guess, or next to I heard the old Coca-Cola plant.
It is the old Coca.
Yeah.
And actually, your building used to be the
Ambulance building.
Ambulance building.
Yep, it was the old ambulance building, and which was, I think, even a Mako before that. But
Yes,
yeah.
it was a makeup.
Right, yeah.
I've been there a long time.
Yeah, you have been there a long time.
So as a matter of fact, I remember when Oscorp was, there was the old Coca-Cola place, and it was not a big Coca-Cola place. It was just
they've really
distribution
expanded.
point. Yeah, they really built that out.
Yeah, so we're easy to find. We're laid back folks, and there's a lot of cool things to see, and we encourage people to come out and check us out.
All right, so remember, Tampa Bay Salvage, TampaBaySalvage.com. Go see them, go visit them, drop in, and I'm telling you, you won't leave without something in your hands. Because I almost didn't myself the first time I went there. I'm like, I got to leave with something.
We're going to sell them on something next time. Next time John comes in.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be there a lot, unfortunately. I feel bad for them. But anyway, we will see everybody next week on A Focus on Business. Stay good, stay kind, have a good day.